It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Hey, Bryce.
And also we have the Murman, who is in the best mood that I've ever seen him in. Why are you in such a good mood today, Murray? You're radiant. You're like the sunshine in this room. It's like we're inside, but I still feel like the sunshine's beating down on me. What's up, buddy?
It's called working late, no sleep, and people pissing me off this morning.
Wow.
That's like you and I.
Still yet such a good mood.
That's like you and I.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Well, thanks to all been supporting us. If you like or love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a rating on your listening platform. Or you can do like many people have done before, and that's dare us to see a terrible movie. And if it played in a movie theater anywhere in the world, we'll watch it. We might even watch it with you. Who knows? Now, let's get to raging. What amazing moment?
Predict.
What amazing moment?
Predict.
Will he predict the rage or will he predict the Mondo? Will he tell us how Jim and Bryce are at the
movies?
Better watch out, kids, cause here he comes.
Ooh.
He's had no sleep and cranky for you.
You and you.
Swim, Murray, swim, Murray.
Swim, Murray, swim.
Swim, Murray, swim, Murray.
Swim, Murray, swim.
Swim all the way to our hearts, our little rage-filled hearts.
Then I mentioned pain. I'm in a lot of pain.
Oh, pain.
Too.
Pain.
Pain, too.
Key to pain is just making it your friend.
Yeah, so I don't
I
know. What day is it? Who are you guys?
So we need what? Ooh,
I don't remember what we're doing here.
I just know
It's
when I up the size of my butt plug, it usually hurts for a little bit more.
Yeah, well, there you go. This is not that kind of pain.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's been a while. And you guys saw what? Seven movies? That's just
No, he's
freaking
He saw
ridiculous.
7 movies.
I saw 7. Bryce saw 6.
Oh, well, I have 6 on my list here, but apparently there was a 7th.
Because you're 6. Your 6 is on
So
my
let's go
list.
way back to the start of summer.
Did we have a summer yet?
It's been a hell of a summer.
The season of
but
smoke.
It's been so long since I saw a movie, and this is the one I saw.
Twice.
The Odyssey. Yes. I saw it twice in one day through not
That's like a
unintentionally.
full-time job.
Yeah, it's 6 hours plus travel time.
I wish that was my full-time
Because
job.
I don't wait around for people to like make movie plans for me. So
You make 'em.
I went to see it. Then as I'm coming out of it, my friend said, "You want to go see the Odyssey?"
To
I'm
which
like,
you say, I just saw it, and
But
then you don't have to watch it again.
He was from Toronto, and he's like going back that week. So it's like,
so
I
you
had to
can
hang out with
meet him before, meet him after.
Nah,
During the movie,
he
you
doesn't-
can't really
But
talk
he
to him
bought
anyways.
Bought the tickets already, so I went with him. And the
His friend
second
is-
time was not in IMAX. by the way.
His friend is not conscious of Murray's life.
Hey, I also saw what's her name? Gail Daughtry for
Oh.
a second time too.
Oh, there you go.
Because that's what he wanted to see.
Nice.
Even though he'd seen it already.
I'm glad you got to see that one
so I
twice,
saw it twice. So that I saw 2 movies.
I'm kind of
twice.
jealous.
Anyway,
I'm
moving
not.
on because I got shit to do. The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's
Yes,
big
Odyssey.
extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
I don't know. I mean, it's Christopher Nolan, so usually his movies are awesome.
That's
I think
Usually they are.
maybe some of your casting choices, maybe you guys only got to a meh.
There you go.
Night Nurse. I don't know. I don't even know what these movies are about, to be honest. I watched the trailers last night before I fell asleep.
Most
It's
of them
about
are
a night nurse.
Most of them are about an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah,
and,
well,
and they're
some are probably-
actually
some are probably
all
long.
they're all about what the name of the title of the movie
Yeah,
is.
okay. Well, I
She's a
I
night
think this
nurse.
one's some kind of psychotic thriller thing where there's like an old guy and a nurse. I don't know.
That's you nailed
You
it.
nailed it.
Double man.
That should be what the synopsis is on Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb.
Her private hell.
IMDb.
I forget what the hell her private hell was about, honestly.
It was about her private hell.
You know what?
Yeah, but I don't know what the story was.
There's
so,
a-
Mondo and man. Whatever.
Who's Mondo? Who's Matt?
Jim. It's always Jim first.
Yeah,
Always
I'm
Jim
always
Yeah.
first.
The Outer Threat Looked stupid. I'm sure you thought it was stupid. Double Rage. A surprise movie. What did you say it was called?
It was called One Night Only, Murray.
Yeah. It's like some kind of romantic thing where apparently you only have one night in the whole year to have sex. That sounds stupid too.
It's Sexy Purge.
It's Sexy Purge.
So Double Rage. Our hero Balthazar, which looked really creepy. You probably would have liked it.
I didn't see it, unfortunately.
Okay, well then One Man.
I really wanted to.
And I didn't have that other on the list.
And finally is the Rose of Nevada.
Double Mondo. I don't know. I didn't even see the trailer.
These are good guesses.
That's a good
no
guess.
freaking idea because it wasn't on my list.
If it's playing at the Globe, it's probably a Mondo.
Okay, whatever.
All right.
Let's
burn some rubber here.
Yep.
All right. So, get ready for this.
Y'all ready for this?
Okay, so the Odyssey. Before The Lord of the Rings, before Game of Thrones, there was Homer's The Odyssey, the original epic.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Nolan reminds us of something Hollywood knew back in the 70s, that you can make a gigantic, epic movie with real ships, gigantic puppets, and practical filmmaking instead of
CGI.
Drowning everything in blue CGI. And this is the first feature film ever shot 100% on IMAX. He pulled it off with only a budget of $250 million. Compare that to James Cameron's last blue CGI opus
Avatar
extravaganza, which cost over probably 48 times that. Remember when Cameron said to us that this movie better make $2 billion just to break even? And I'm like, okay. Yeah, so the Odyssey.
He wants the moviegoers to pay his salary.
I guess, like, who does that? Who tells the moviegoers before he releases his movie that it better make $2 billion? I guess that's James Cameron.
Yeah, well, when you shoot in like 3D and everything else, and up the cost of the movie.
Invent CGI water.
Stop talking about James Cameron.
Yeah, okay. We are called Film Rage. I was just building up. The Odyssey is where my love of fantasy began. Long before I read The Lord of the Rings or Peter Jackson brought Middle-earth to life, I was obsessed with Greek mythology. This story was my gateway into epic adventures. Once again, Nolan proves that real people making real movies can still deliver an epic that is visually breathtaking and completely captivating from the opening frame. This surpassed everything I imagined seeing on screen. Welcome back to the summer blockbuster that we've known from the past. I honestly don't think anyone but Nolan could have pulled this off. At its heart, this is Matt Damon's movie, though, along with about 30 other characters. Nolan
was there only 30?
I think. There's probably 100.
There were 10,000 extras.
There's 130 people in the Trojan horse, which was real, by the way.
Yes, it was.
Nolan reunites with several familiar faces.
Yeah, it was real, but it wasn't in any Homer book.
No, well, was any of this real?
But the Trojan, no, because that was bringing you back to the actual Trojan War. So,
he actually stuffed like 30 guys in that horse and made them sit in there and sweat and...
That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
If they want to act, it's what you do.
If you want to be in a Nolan movie.
If you want to be, exactly. If you want to just, prance around like a freaking wiener, then go star in a
Cameron movie. If you want to work hard, you join the fun that is Chris Nolan.
Make something of substance, you go with the Nolan.
Exactly. Thank you. You're just adding heat on the fire, baby. And I don't mean blue fire. So he has several familiar faces while bringing some newcomers to the fold. As much as I love the story and the incredible practical effects, the performances, on the other hand, is a bit of a mixed bag. Some actors absolutely nail it, while others not so much. I guess, I don't know, if you had to make a list, I thought Matt Damon did a pretty good job. He was.
No one nailed it. Okay, go ahead.
No one nailed it.
Okay, well,
Spoiler alert.
here's some blatantly obvious ones. I thought Matt Damon did do a good job in the role. I think
Passable, I guess.
yeah. Well, Matt, I never think of Matt Damon. I never think of Matt Damon as like.
Okay, so we're lowering our standards because it's Matt Damon. I don't understand what's going on right now.
I'm just saying.
Is there a Matt Damon scale I don't know about?
Well, maybe there should be a Matt Damon scale. Here's what I'm saying about Matt Damon. I've never seen Matt Damon in a movie where I thought he did a bad job.
No, he's always fine.
He's always Matt Damon. Sorry, Murray, can you say it?
What, Matt Damon?
There you go. He's always Matt Damon.
I don't even know where that's from. I just know somebody made fun of him now. Like, is it South Park or something?
World Police.
Oh, okay, there you go. So I'm not like making fun of anybody. That's the way they say it. So
and also, there's a lot of talk online about that Elliot Page shouldn't have been in this movie.
They had a lot of crap
but
about that.
I think Elliot Page also did a pretty fine job, especially when they were dead.
Yeah, that scene was pretty good.
The dead scenes, everybody who was dead did a pretty good job.
The undead scene was pretty good.
In their dead scenes, I would say. I did not think John was like, these are the ones that are blatantly obvious to me. Is John Leguizamo was, I did not think did a good job in the role he was in.
I disagree.
It was a bit of a, I don't know. It was very hit and miss. But here's the thing.
But that was exactly what you want. They stuck John Leguizamo in the middle of this freaking epic movie that took place with his Bronx accent. And that's what you want, right? That's what you've always pined for.
Yes.
Like, we don't want accents. Just put them in the movie, even though it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Exactly.
And let them talk like they talk.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand, because they're actors, Jim. But you go ahead.
No. Okay, there's a difference between being today, a movie made today, because there's people all over the world. Back then, there was only Greeks.
Okay, so he should speak in a Bronx accent.
No, okay, so
he shouldn't. So in some cases, you think I don't understand.
Okay, well, I'm going to make this very clear to you.
You never make anything clear, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm going to make it clear for everybody that's listening except Bryce. Is that if you were all speaking Greek,
okay,
but we are hearing it as English,
okay,
then you can have a lot of accents.
Okay.
Because everybody's speaking the same language. If you're actually having it where everybody isn't speaking the same language, and then you have accents that don't make sense, then that doesn't make sense.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Go on.
Okay.
You're never going to... I don't get it.
There's what I'm saying is there is a Bronx in Greece.
So what you're saying is you're just very selective with...
No, I am not very selective. It's very specific. You know what? I'm going to actually map it out for everybody.
Please
I'm going to build it out in a map. I'm going to post it on social media, and we're going to recite it. As a side note, doesn't make sense.
As a side note, aren't we reviewing Evil Dead Burn this week?
Yeah, later on. We haven't got there yet.
Did we do it 2 weeks ago?
We did it a month ago, but it's okay. So anyway, the film.
I'm already having trouble with what day it is. Don't mess with me.
The thing is with this movie, it's so massive in scope that I almost imagine that Nolan occasionally struggling and saying, you're only on screen a couple of minutes. We already gave you 2 takes. IMAX is really expensive. And we've got a giant Cyclops puppet waiting on deck. Nobody's going to notice. You're not doing that great, but it's okay, because we got a giant Cyclops puppet coming.
I think you probably nailed it there, Jim.
That's exactly what I think Chris Nolan said. And honestly, he's right.
Is he?
This absolutely has to be seen in IMAX. Every frame feels like mastery. Even when a performance doesn't quite land, the sheer spectacle pulls you back into the story. Can we also talk about Ludwig Göransson's score?
The score was amazing.
In IMAX, it's almost deafening in the best possible way. The music doesn't just accompany the battle scenes. It launches them into absolute frenzies. It's thunderous, relentless, and completely elevates the scale of everything happening on screen. In the end, I absolutely love this movie. I'm willing to overlook uneven performances because what Nolan delivers is beautiful, creative, ambitious, and unlike anything we've seen before. So yes, Chris gets another Mondo. It's a very low Mondo, kind of like P.T. Anderson's last film where I was generous with him to give him a Mondo as well, when we all know that the ending of his last movie was garbage.
I thought it was fine.
It's a timeless classic filled with cinematic moments I've genuinely never seen before. Oh, and it's also the second greatest love story ever told.
Okay.
And what's the
Really?
first one? Bryce, you know what the first one is.
Juliet?
Past lives?
It's Rocky.
No, it's past lives.
It's Rocky.
Actually, I guess there'd be no past lives.
If there wasn't
for
a Rocky.
Yeah.
So it's now
Okay, it's Rocky.
it's Rocky. Thank you. I thought that was just obvious.
I definitely
by the
don't.
way,
I definitely don't put
It's
this
not
at
a
number
sports
2.
movie
By the way, they're making a movie about that movie.
about Rocky.
About the
Past
making of
lives?
Rocky.
Making of past lives, Rocky.
No, Rocky.
Oh, all right.
They're casting a guy as Stallone and telling the story of how he made Rocky.
Maybe that will be a love documentary.
Just saying, yeah.
The
So
love of documentaries.
there you go. Now you get to see it again.
All right, Murray, you got to see it twice, so you're twice as insightful.
Yeah, well, this
To
was
Bryce
2 weeks
and I.
ago because, as I mentioned, I've been a tad busy the last 2 weeks.
You have.
So I've seen nothing else. Yeah, so the week we were supposed to do the podcast and we didn't, there was one movie that came out, and this was it. And I saw it twice in one day. Yeah, it was the latest movie from Christopher Nolan, who only knows how to make epic films. Like, he doesn't do things halfway. I've not always enjoyed his movies, especially those with stories that confuse a dumbass like me, which is most of them. This time he took a well-known and documented story based on the
Sorta.
poem of some guy named Homer.
Homer.
Actually, apparently 24 books worth. The thing was 24 books long.
Homie!
Homer.
While I knew something about the Trojan War, I knew absolutely nothing about Odysseus. I knew it was Greek, and it involved Zeus along with his wacky band of gods. Okay, let me just say it. Kids would say this is a hot take. Odysseus wasn't too bright. Despite his brilliant idea to hide inside a giant horse to win the battle against Troy, he should have followed his leader, Agamemnon, along the mapped and safer path along the trade routes back home. He would have been home in like 2 days. So everything that happened to him and his men was basically his fault.
Yeah.
That aside, a lot of bad shit happened to him. There's a Cyclops, a witch, some giant knights in a bad mood. Not to mention the open seas where Poseidon loved to exact his revenge on them. Nolan actually took inspiration from Harry Henryhausen, who did the original Clash of the Titans. This film was similar to that, except no flying horse, no kraken.
Oh, no.
Really, without a kraken, what's the point?
I know. Well, because he probably didn't want to do CGI Kraken.
Yeah, I
Release the
Just
Kraken.
saying, you need a kraken.
You need to release the Kraken.
So in this all-star cast, we have Tom Holland, who's Spider-Man, Anne Hathaway, who was Catwoman, Robert Pattinson, who was the Batman, and John Barenthal, who's the Punisher. Wait, that's one hell of a superhero film. Wait, this isn't a superhero film?
Kind of.
Wait, there's more. There's Holland's new wife, Zendaya, Charlize Theron, Samantha Morton, Peter Luongo, Mia Goth, who you guys like for some reason.
She's mesmerizing.
I don't like her. One of the Safdie brothers, who I don't think has more than 2 lines, but looks scary and badass as Agamemnon.
He
Yep.
nailed those 2 lines.
Nailed it.
Oh, yeah, and Matt Damon. I think Nolan needed to call a few more of his friends. There wasn't enough stars in this film.
No.
Where the hell is Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale?
Yeah. Where the hell?
should have been in there.
Actually, who should have been in there was Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, him too,
Because he's been in every single one of his other
one
movies.
except this one. Anyway, there was a lot to look at in this film, especially if we saw it in IMAX, as it was intended. Nolan actually had IMAX develop new cameras that were lighter and quieter, but they still only held 3 minutes of film in them.
Oh my God.
As someone who's been on film sets, I can tell you, film cameras are noisy.
Yeah.
that couldn't have been very easy. 3 minutes is all you get, and then you have to reload. Like, that's crazy. So what do I think of this film? Surprisingly, I like the Matt Damon parts the best. The Troy battle scenes, fighting the danger of the open seas, all the sword fighting stuff, even the Charlize Theron scenes. The other stuff, not so much. I didn't like the other stories. Robert Pattinson must be one hell of an actor, because he managed to make me forget he was the Batman and completely despise him as an evil, spineless coward.
He's pretty
my
despisable
God, that I
in
hate
this.
him in this. That sneer of his just made me angry every time he was on the screen. Of course, my girl Anne Hathaway was awesome as usual. Tom Holland was decent. I didn't really have a problem with any of the cast. Maybe Zendaya as Athena. She seemed too young to play a Greek god, but she's a package deal with Tom Holland these days.
Well, and also I think she's playing Athena, the goddess of love, right?
Yeah.
So
and she only had a handful of scenes, but she was like top billed.
she's a fever dream.
Well, because everyone loves her. There are a lot of people who didn't like Elliot Page being cast in this film, but they're morons. While I prefer Ellen to Elliot, everyone has a right to live their life at whoever and whatever they want. Page is still a great actor. Okay, so 3 hours of epic Christopher Nolan telling a story that's centuries old. It was breathtaking and glorious and spectacular. I just didn't like the story that much. Sorry, I don't. So it won't make it to a Mondo for me. I'm just a meh. At least I understood this one.
Nice. All right, so here's the big question.
That's
Yeah.
Is Christopher Nolan still undoubted? That's what everybody wants to know.
I have no idea what was his last movie.
Everything
Wasn't
up
it
till
Oppenheimer?
every single movie has been Mondo
Okay.
until this moment. So if this is a rage from Bryce, then he's no longer
I don't
undoubted.
think
He's
it'll
got to
be a
start
rage.
over.
Okay, so the Odyssey, based
The
on Homer's
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
And it took me a while to figure out, okay, why is it the Odyssey instead of Odyssey?
Because it's not Odyssey.
No, exactly. Because it's not Odyssey. It's part the Iliad and part Odyssey.
Yep.
So he took the from Iliad
Yes.
and took Odyssey
Yes.
and squished them together.
Of course.
And then you get the Odyssey
Yes.
instead of...
Odyssey.
So now it makes sense to me. And I didn't get it
Nolan's
until I
Odyssey.
watched the movie.
Oh,
Because I'm
really?
like, I swear to God, this didn't happen in Odyssey. And then I've looked it up. And no, it didn't happen in Odyssey. There's a lot of stuff that... And then he just takes something that wasn't in any of Homer's works,
Yep.
the Trojan horse, and just throws it in there too.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with poetic license.
That's
when
right.
You're trying
He
to
didn't
make
say he was doing...
No.
He didn't say he was
exactly.
being historically accurate.
Well, it's not a historical film. It's based on a
Exactly.
poem.
Exactly.
historically accurate to the poem.
To a poem. At any rate, so it took me a while to wrap my brain around what I was watching, but I went along for the ride. The performances are ultimately flat. Every single person in this was not good at all. There wasn't one scene where I'm like, oh my God. The only person that elevated this thing at all was Robert Pattinson, and that was it. The rest of them were just going through the motions. I've never seen a Christopher Nolan movie where everybody's just going through the motions like this. And you'd think with the expectation of this film and trying to make it so grand that you get like the ultimate performances out of here.
Yeah.
And now I'm questioning Christopher Nolan's ability to either get a performance out of his actors, or is he so focused on the spectacle that all of a sudden the acting's become like on the back burner, and we were not that concerned about it. And that's what this seemed like as I was watching this. This is all spectacle. There's no heart to it whatsoever. You can argue it all day long, but the performances, there should be heart to it, because the story, you should feel more than you felt. And it's because the performances were flat. Now, having said that, there's some amazing stuff in this. Obviously, this is an amazing movie to look at. And if I sat there and you just played the score and just didn't have anybody say anything and just let me watch it with the score and just people moving their mouths up and not having anything come out of it,
And
I would have really enjoyed this
Okay,
movie.
here's what you do. We get AI
Yeah.
to actually take
out the dialogue.
Take the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And then you have Christopher Nolan just read it over.
Just read the poem.
Yeah, and the Iliad, and read it
we
over
go.
the movie. How great would that be?
That would be great.
This is the.
I think I would have preferred
This
that.
is the Film Rage re-release.
I think I totally would have preferred that. But you can't get away from the fact that yes, this is an amazing film to look at. There's no question. There's just so many problems I had with it, and it didn't. Like, do you really need to combine these two stories that are like 9? That are so well, you know, they're just these ridiculously long poems that, and you're gonna combine them. Let's just take a couple of things out of this and just make it 2 hours. There's no reason you could have. I was actually shocked that he could actually make this movie in 3 hours. Then I saw that he put all sorts of extra crap in it. He could have made this movie in 2 hours. Nolan could have done it, and he could have done it really, really well. But yeah,
He likes 3-hour movies.
I had a problem with some. It's not even a problem with the casting. It's a problem with I actually, as they were in it, I was like, okay, you know what? This person could have been good in this role, but for some reason, everybody was just going through the motions. I didn't feel it. I just did not feel it. Visuals are spectacular. Music is amazing. There's so much good. And it just brings me down with every time someone delivered a line of dialogue. I can't rage about it, obviously, because it's just too impressive. Like, I'm glad I saw it, because this is an impressive movie to watch. But it could have been maybe like one of the all-time great, like this could have been like on my 10 best movies of all time.
It could have been The Lord of the
Had
Rings
there been,
for
just
you.
Stop
That
with
was for me.
Okay, well, yeah. The Lord of the Rings is also
The director's
in the
cut.
bottom 10% of the movie, any movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Which it makes no sense
Bitches,
because
you
it's
crazy.
basically people walking around
walking
for 9
for-
hours.
Exactly.
You like your
Which is my favorite, but in that case, it was not cool. At any rate, lots of good stuff. Enjoyed a lot of this. Kudos to the filmmaking. Kudos to the practical stuff. Everything just looked glorious. The score was amazing.
So good.
And it was just fell flat because of the performances. So it was a mess.
I'm sure that's got to be the thing, though, right? Is that, like, to Murray's point, if it's 3 minutes of filming, he's only going to do so many takes.
Yeah, you get like
he's
3 or 4 lines out, and then you got to reload the
gonna
camera.
go, you know what? People were pretty depressed in old-time Greek. These people probably are just not happy.
Well, yeah,
Let's
but you
just
get
let
like
them-
Matt Damon and all of his guys out on the actual open seas in a real boat, and then you can only like.
Well, that's
give
why
your
the
lines for
performance
3
actually
minutes.
should have been better. Like you should have felt that. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the uncomfortableness. I didn't, even when they were
They seem
packed
to
in
be
that
pretty
Trojan
happy.
horse.
They seem pretty happy.
Yeah, and you know they're sitting there pooping on each other in the Trojan horse. I didn't feel that at all.
I thought like somebody actually they did a take and somebody laughed,
Yeah.
and then they shot the second.
Yeah, well, somebody probably
then they
farted
had
or
to put
something.
another roll of film in the camera. Yeah.
Oh God! You just ruined
ruined that take.
$10,000.
Yeah,
with
he
that-
just ruined
With your fart.
more.
with your fart. Oh my God!
Anyways.
Okay, well, Christopher Nolan lives to see another day of undoubted.
Okay, let's pick up the pace. We just talked like a half hour about
Yeah,
Christopher
well,
Nolan.
You know
It's a
what?
3-hour movie.
It was a 3-hour movie. He gets what is that? 10%
On
of
to
that.
on to the next.
All right,
movie.
Night Nurse.
Night Nurse.
This one's going to be short because nobody saw Night Nurse but Bryce and I.
There's some people there.
How do you even explain Night Nurse? It's kind of a love story. It's
Is it?
kind of a movie about addiction. It's kind of a twisted Henry portrait of a serial killer, except instead of
Sort of.
murdering people, our night nurse, and I'm putting that in heavy quotes, spends her time calling elderly people, pretending to be their granddaughter, and scamming them out of their life savings. So, you know, a little less murdery than Henry portrait of a serial killer, but,
I
you
watched
know,
a TV show
But
about that.
kind of worse.
kind of worse. Yeah. The direction is mostly observational. You're simply dropped into this bizarre, completely messed up world, And it's full of phone scammers. And before you know it, time has slipped away. As the audience, you completely feel like you've missed something, that maybe you zoned out for a crucial scene, but you didn't. The film is deliberately disorienting you. It's told in such an uncontroversial way that you're always trying to catch up, only to realize that's exactly where the filmmaker wants you. It's like watching a perfectly choreographed 100-car pileup. You can't look away, even though you're never entirely sure what's about to happen next. Then there's this aging man who, basically like Casanova of the nursing home, every young nurse seems completely addicted to him. Not necessarily sexually, although maybe sometimes. The relationships are strange, obsessive, and deeply unhealthy. At the same time...
Definitely not sexually, because, Jim, if you're looking for a pogo stick, you've come to the wrong place.
But there's still sexual tension through this whole thing. Like, there is something sexual about everything that's happening.
There is an underlying sexual tension. Yes.
Yeah, it's just you don't know, because pieces of this movie are missing, and it fills it in with space.
But the actual act never.
No, you never see that. Well, you kind of see it with some of the night nurses together. There was a couple of. Anyway, it's the same time. These nurses don't just want to scam the elderly. They almost seem to need to. It's unsettling, fascinating, and unlike anything I can remember seeing before. I've seen this. This is one of those movies that won't leave you when the credits roll. It'll probably take weeks to fully process everything it was doing, and that's exactly why it's so damn weird, so incredibly creative, and so very mondo. We'll definitely have to unpack, especially the way it moves through time. There are moments where you think you're completely lost, that as the story unfolds, you realize you were never actually lost at all. The film just simply is asking you to experience it differently. It's an unusual approach. It's very effective. I don't even know if I'm explaining it right, but it's like there'd be a scene. I'll give you an example. There's a scene where the night nurse is hired, and she's got to go in and work with this guy. But this guy, it's like instantly something happens, and you're like, that never would have happened if she just started working for this site. And then other pieces happen in other places, but the story makes sense. Like when it happened, I wasn't like, that shouldn't be happening. But it's in my back of my mind, I'm like, that shouldn't be happening now. Yet it felt completely natural. And moments like that happen. So I think what happened is, unlike other movies where they try and fill space and time with stuff because they assume everybody is stupid, this filmmaker decided no one's watching this that's stupid. They're going to see that this is a longer space of time than what I'm actually showing you. And that's as best as I can explain it. This movie is so mondo. I walked into the theater going, I've never seen anything like this, and I'm so glad we got to see it at the Globe, which I wish the Globe would play stuff like this all the time, and it wasn't a full theater. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And this was their first movie, wasn't it? This is the director's first movie?
I think this was the director's first movie. Yeah, it's an interesting film. And it's, as you're watching it, you're not sure what's exactly going on with, especially Douglas. Douglas is an enigma, to say the least. He can be so absolutely razor-witted and sharp one second and not so much the next, and then you're sitting there questioning, so why is this an act? Is this something that he comes in and out of? Is there drugs involved? Like what? As you're watching it, you're just asking all these questions, and it kind of adds to the movie because you're just trying to figure out what in the heck am I watching, and then all of a sudden a scene will end and it'll jump to a next scene, and you're like, I feel like I'm missing like maybe a year out of this story because we're in a it's the same characters. They look the same. They don't really look like they've aged any or anything, but this is not, we're at a different point in this story than I was like in the last scene. And then your mind's racing again and you're trying to catch up. And as I'm watching this, I was constantly trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to figure out how did I get here now?
But it felt right.
I'm not, and that's what I'm saying. As I'm trying to catch up, I'm enjoying trying to catch up because my mind is racing through this whole movie. And at no point am I like I've never had a movie where at no point was I, you weren't looking at your watch. You weren't looking and if you were to just show this movie, I think if you're in the wrong mood going into this movie, you might hate it. But if you're the type of person that wants to think when you're going into a movie, which I am, there's a lot to think about. Most times you want to think. Yeah, most times. Well, it depends on what I'm watching, I guess.
I never want to think on it.
Yeah, we know that, Murray. So yeah, you get to the end of this just brilliant character study, and then I even loved the ending. I love how they kind of wrapped it up. I love how there is some weird sort of communication. There is It's kind of a happy ending to just an absolute train wreck tragedy of a story. And I just really love this movie.
It's so good.
It's so good. And it's so raw and just like, I don't know.
This is definitely in my top 10 films of this year. And it's because it's so original.
This is the type of movie, though, I could see this director either growing from this and making something absolutely brilliant or just making a total piece of crap in their next effort. Like, I really believe that.
Yeah,
they've either gone to the pinnacle right now or they're about to take me on I'm hoping 30-year journey of amazing filmmaking. And I don't know what it's going to be.
There isn't any other filmmaker.
Yeah.
This is huge props that I've seen would even come close to who their influence is.
Yeah.
Because it's not surreal in any way. In all honesty, it's not. It's just you're on this trip. And there's a few trippy movies that we're going to talk about today.
So yeah. Anyways, it was Mondo.
All right, surprise. We saw Her Private Hell early. No, we saw that there's too many movies.
We saw it about 3 hours ago, Jim.
That's right. Oh, that's why I'm confused. No, this isn't early. This was we saw this at 10th. We got out of there at like 1 in the morning or something. The movie was 7 hours long.
I was still changing a headlight after 1 a.m. That's all I know.
Yeah.
What you do in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Well, I didn't have time because after work, I had to get to the first movie at 4:15. Right. And guess what? The first movie started at 4:15 and I get off at 4:15. So do the math. No time to change a headlight there.
We were on a Odyssey last night, getting to the 3 different theaters to see the movies.
And buying a headlight in between screenings.
Exactly. So Her Private Hell is a very stylized and visual fantasy tale, dripping in set design from a designer's wet dream that I want to say drips into 70s J-Lo undertones, beautifully mixed with music that moves between orchestral and digital 90s pop songs as if it was written by Goblin. If you can imagine what that would sound like. Ultimately, it is all about one young lady's struggle or journey with the two sides of her father's persona. The monster that is described as Leatherman, who kills young girls who represent the daughter he's lost and is continually searching for, and also her protector known as Private K. The story is filmed in a style I might call a fever dream or like fever dream vision, and gives you a feeling of watching the entire film through a drug-induced set of glasses. And yet the drug glasses change throughout the film depending on the tone and feel the director wants to take us to. It's interesting to watch the film unfold and does captivate almost all of the senses as you watch it. But as I left the cinema last night after watching it, it kind of felt like to me that her character wasn't fully realized in a way that I was hoping to by the time we get to the end of the film. And I was actually leaning towards this needing some adjustments in the film. But as I slept on it and woke up this morning, the entire night I spent reenacting some of the scenes in my dreams. I realized it's very rare to find a director that can capture that sense of folktale in modern day setting quite as sensory and gripping as Nicholas Winding Refn, or how Murray, it's Scandinavian, REFN.
No idea.
Not pulling that out of your Scandinavian vernacular?
I have to see it.
What do you guess, Bryce? How do you pronounce his last name?
I don't know. Ruffin
stuff. Has like, I know this film will not be for everyone, as there is not much of a plot per se, just a simple concept and a hypnotic visual sense merged with a soundtrack that is huge in scope and sound. Upon sleeping on this, I woke up this morning saying this movie was more Mondo than I felt at the end, and I think it was because I was so exhausted when we were watching it at 12:30 in the morning. I still think her character could use some tweaking, but I'm going to let that pass on how I felt after seeing this and then reenacting the dream all night as I slept. So this movie's another one that's going to stick with me for quite some time, mostly because it's so visually, like, there is shots in this. I just wanted to live inside some of the shots in this film. Like, visually, I almost wish that I was on 7 different types of drug when I watched this movie, because I think it might enhance it a little more, but, you know, it still was enough. This movie was a Mondo, and I'm still trying to absorb all of it because I don't fully understand everything that's happening, but I fully understand that this folktale is one worth exploring more. It's one I definitely will watch again and again. It was Mondo.
There you go. Yeah, I kind of, it takes me I'm watching the movie and it took me a couple seconds because I knew he did the Neon Demon, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, that's the guy that also did Only God Forgives. And it's like, oh yeah, that's the guy that did Drive. It's like, oh yeah, that's the guy that did like that Pusher movie like 20 some odd years ago with Mads Mikkelsen, and Pusher 2, which was
they're all different.
Which is like an amazing freaking movie. If you get, I mean, watch Pusher, but definitely watch Pusher 2.
Well, it's got the Mads.
So, and Pusher 3. It's probably no, honestly, that Pusher series is really worth revisiting, or if you haven't heard of it, watch it.
Which is what Liam Neeson wishes he was doing.
Yes. But yeah, it is such, he is such a, like, and his evolution as a filmmaker is just, it's kind of, I will say, watching this, and he becomes a victim of his own success, Refn. And it's just because he's made such amazing stuff that I didn't think this quite measured up to some of his other movies. But I gotta stop comparing him against himself, because his other movies were like
they're so
mind-bendingly amazing. And don't get me wrong, there is so much going on in this movie, and there is a lot, as you say. I mean, visually, it's something to look at. However, I felt that it wasn't as visually stunning as like the Neon Demon, and it wasn't quite up to it. And I'm gonna blame whoever the cinematographer is. I don't know who it is. I guarantee it wasn't the same person that he was working with before. I guarantee it, because this is not up to that. And that's what, and I had to get over that, because I'm watching it and I'm like, I know this could be better from this particular director because I've seen it.
But here's the thing.
But it was still visually stunning,
here's the argument I'm going to make against that.
Argument.
So the argument is because it is almost like they're bipolar or split personality of this girl, and there's the whole fever dream side of it, which is the leather man.
Yeah,
there's the clarity, which is where the cinematography.
And either one is not. It's very contrasting, and that's fine. I didn't think either of it was up to snuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm still watching this movie just in awe. I mean, I should have been falling asleep after the day I had because we watched this movie at like 3 a.m. and it's like why? I don't know why theaters are showing movies so late, but whatever.
Because we wouldn't have got to it otherwise.
People like
Yeah,
you
we would have. We had time to go for shawarma.
People like you go to 3 movies a night. That's
Well,
what they
but
do
you know,
it.
so you know what our other choice, Murray, was seeing this at Chinook at 11 o'clock.
11
at night.
o'clock at night.
11 o'clock. They were going to start this 2.5 hour movie.
It's just like, what?
My God,
These are other problems. 2.5 hour movie.
At any rate, I've never seen a movie with so many beautiful people in it. Everybody was very
beautiful.
Was very attractive. There wasn't one not attractive person in this
right.
whole thing.
That wolf talk thing, I was just like, I turned to
And
Bryce
that's-
in the movie.
it's
I'm
like-
like, are you as turned on by wolves as I am right now?
And that's the thing. I mean, there is some sexuality going on here, and this really is it.
When she stuffed that underpants.
Oh, I
into
know.
her mouth.
There's so much to talk about in this movie. I mean, we got to get on with things here.
Okay, so what was this?
This was a Mondo.
Okay.
Just not as high a Mondo as I'm expecting from it. But I wasn't going to give it a Mondo, but then I'm like, I got to stop comparing it to what he's done
That's
before.
right. Don't do that.
This is its own movie. And if I went in not
stop
knowing
it.
who directed it, it would be a Mondo. And so it is.
Mondo!
You guys just giving out Mondos like candy.
Well, you know what? Here's
I've
the
only
thing.
given out one.
He's giving
Oh no,
out
I've
3 in
given
a
out.
row.
Oh, I've given out 2. He gave out 3. Yeah.
3 in a row.
Well, it's not going to stop there.
Why? What are we doing next?
Oh, wait. It will stop there.
Oh.
We saw a movie called The Outer Threat, Murray.
Yeah,
Something
that's
to do with aliens.
spoiler alert. It's not Mondo.
Well, I've never heard a movie score more 1990s ABC after school special
week.
of a soundtrack in my life, followed by acting that matches the quality of the acting that you might find in an ABC after school special.
Yeah.
But Murray, it's not just the music and the acting. The whole movie is very rated PG after school type special film, with family values and kids and their parents working together to solve this mystery of an outer threat.
Was it a religious conversion movie?
No.
But was it an outer threat, Murray?
Wasn't it?
Ooh.
That's the question.
That's the question. The biggest issue with this is that nothing is really clear what is actually happening. And even though we've already talked about 2 movies that it's not very clear what's happening, you're still pulled into the story. Whereas this movie completely takes you out of the story. Yes, I know that's the intent of the suspense in this, but you quickly find out that the world has been disrupted, and yet nothing got us to this point that it's disrupted. Well, nothing any audience could clearly understand. But on top of that, it's almost like a grade 5 homeschool learning assignment, because between the horrible science fiction suspense, the horrible music, and the horrible action, and I say action very lightly, the kids get to solve math and science problems along the way.
Yay!
Like you know, Murray, remember when you're
fun.
grade 5?
Yeah.
You know, like Bobby is traveling to Cincinnati going 57 kilometers an hour, and Susie is traveling to Cincinnati traveling 58 kilometers an hour. So who is going to win first? Here's a clue, Susie and Bobby.
And if you figure it out, you'll get to fill your gas tank.
That's right. No one wins, at least no one who got to see this movie.
No.
The dialogue is very, are you smarter than a 5th grader equivalent? And everything and every time everything came on screen, it was so predictable. But when it wasn't, it was confusing, because I think there was also a reaping that happened. I kept saying that through the movie. Like, Bryce, there was a reaping that happened, right?
There was no reaping. Just
And-
apparently, just everybody stayed at home.
And just everybody disappeared. And they're the only people on the roads everywhere they go.
Not another car.
Yeah.
Just except for the drone cars.
But Murray, like in a matter of 6 hours, the whole world ended.
But apparently it didn't.
Yeah, it was like, did it end or why?
I don't know. Where's everybody?
Where's the reaping?
Why is Buddy still in the diner? Like, why didn't he get reaped?
And it was 6 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like all the gas is gone. Like, have you ever been in line at Costco? You can wait there for an hour, and then
there's driving up to gas
there's
stations.
still gas left.
They're just driving up to gas stations. There's no cars anywhere. Well, if this was true, all these cars would have run out of gas. There'd be cars all lined up on the road trying to get gas.
It's just like there's
it's just apparently when the reaping happened, the cars got reaped too.
They reaped everything, Murray. But we can't forget that we did. We also got AI operated drones that fly places. Then they don't. And Murray, this is would have been the thing that would have made you happy, is that we got to see cars that were like kit.
Yep.
Well, we actually got to see a couple of kits.
Yeah. So that would have been exciting.
Right?
You
would have
like
went.
Kit.
You would have went.
Knight Rider.
This is the coolest cars.
Sure about. Love the Knight Rider.
I'm all about Megaforce too. To see.
There you go.
He did. You know what? I'm sure glad we got to watch Megaforce because I never saw that.
I'm glad you got to watch it.
This was kind of like Megaforce.
It was like Megaforce.
It culminated in a.
Why was it
jumbled-
called Knight Rider? By the way, nobody rides Michael Knight.
No, his name is Michael Knight, and he rides
Kit
in his car, and he solves crimes.
Yeah, but it's Knight Rider, so it implies that somebody's riding.
No, but
a
it's
knight.
K-N-I.
His name wasn't even.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's also Knight Industries.
Yeah, but
so
nobody's
much
riding him.
Okay, did you ever watch an episode of
Probably
Knight Rider?
not.
I know there was a car.
Did you
with a
watch an
little boy.
episode of Knight Rider?
Probably when I was a kid.
Yeah, so you don't know because you
don't
didn't
know.
watch
Nobody
it.
rode Michael
You
Knight.
don't know.
That's all I know.
You don't know that.
Who was the Knight Rider?
You know
Who
what?
was riding Michael Knight?
Here's the thing.
He rode the Knight.
Is that
in his car.
That's right. But here's the thing: is that this movie made us think of you, and we missed you because there was a kit in here.
There's two kids.
There's two kids.
And a lot of drones, apparently.
And a lot of drones. You know what? This was a.
But then then they figured out how to get past the kit.
Yeah, that Bryce said in the middle of the
genius.
movie because we watched this alone.
I don't know why they just didn't ram the
He's
damn
like,
thing. They're
so-
driving a truck.
The kit was the evil one?
The twin kits.
We don't know that they were evil.
So it was
actually.
Car.
We don't know if anything.
No.
See?
Something
See?
Here's the thing.
Car was the evil one.
We had no
Just saying.
idea what if anything was evil because we didn't really know anything.
No, we didn't know anything.
Through the whole movie, like, are they? They wanted you to believe that you were They were battling with the aliens.
We
from
knew
outer
exactly.
space.
It's kind of weird because we didn't know anything yet. We knew exactly what was going to happen. Like in every single second.
scene. Yeah, every single thing. We knew exactly what was going to
It's
happen.
like I don't know what's going on, but I know that that's going to happen next, and then it did.
Yeah.
This still doesn't make sense, but that's going to happen next,
And it
did. That's an amazing feat.
That's
You know what?
That's some good writing right there.
That is.
Absolutely. I am completely lost, yet I know exactly what's going to happen. Only the best screenwriter could do that.
You know what? Here's the thing. It's a Canadian film.
Oh, is it?
So we got to support Canadian films, but come on,
this
people.
one.
Can we please get... Like, is all of our talent go move somewhere else into
Yep.
other countries? Why cannot we retain a good... Like, what happened to some of the... We in the last 5 years, we've seen some of the best Canadian movies ever made, and we've seen some of the worst, and this is one of them. This was a rage. I kind of wish I didn't see this. I kind of wish that we would have had a longer time to enjoy our shawarma. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, but we got William Fichtner, so that was good.
Yeah, that was.
He was the only actor in the movie.
He was the only real actor in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was kind of, kids saved the day. Yay. I hated this movie. It was a rage. We talked enough about it. I talked enough during your review that you know exactly what I want. I'm completely lost through the whole thing. Yet I knew exactly what was going to happen. And that is, as I say, and I guess on some level, maybe I should be able to respect that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, awful movie, badly acted, just ridiculous situations. I don't know what's going on. Nothing makes sense. And where did everybody go? How can you, there's like no explanation. Just nobody's there except for the 2 people or 3 people at the diner total and her father. Nobody else. We don't see anybody else.
There was that
The
one other
family-
car, remember what that turned into Kit?
Yeah, but there was the cars. Yeah, we see cars. Are they?
Maybe
are
they ate the people. Maybe they were.
The cars ate the people. Sure.
They-
You know what? I don't care. It's a rage. It's an awful movie. I hated this movie. I can't believe we even got through it. It's bad. Rage.
You're done now?
yes, finally.
Maybe he wasn't going to.
Finally, you talked for like 9 minutes about the worst movie I've seen this year.
And you said you weren't going to talk about it, then you did anyway.
Yeah, we did. You know what? You can't. Murray, we're called Film Rage, and that was the only. Okay, I'm just gonna let this out of the bag. That's the only rage of this week, by the way, and we still have
Really?
72 more movies to talk
72
about.
more movies.
Okay, one night only.
me up
This
when you're
was the
done.
surprise movie that we got to see last night with Joel. Shout out to our buddy Joel, who's he just brings cheer and goodness to everything.
I look forward to every time he's going to say something. 'Cause-
Yes,
don't know
every
what he's gonna
single time. Joel, keep being
'cause-
you, buddy.
Yeah, he just makes me smile.
Yep. All right. Once every.
Joel's comparing it to like what Martin Scorsese movies.
It was exactly like a Martin
The
Scorsese
Irishman?
movie.
Yeah, that he's like it's like book smart and After Hours. I can't even remember.
There was
the
a
other
lot
two.
of good comparisons.
It's so good.
He nailed it.
He totally
Very
nailed it.
insightful.
All
Like,
right, so
seriously, he totally nailed
he
it.
always does. So once every year, the world surrenders to a single forbidden night where every hidden desire can finally be unleashed. By sunrise, no one knows whether the stories are about unforgettable passion or unspeakable horrors. And perhaps that's exactly the point. What I'm talking about, Murray, is The Purge. And of all the Purge movies made to date, this version of The Purge is probably the best. Would you not agree with me, Bryce?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry. It's actually One Night Only is the name of the movie, where
It's sexy purge.
it's sexy purge.
Nobody dies.
No, they just have a lot of sex.
Yeah.
Instead,
No, they died.
yeah, no, where instead of making Purge Night to murder people, they outlawed premarital sex, and only one night a year people can get their fuck on. This is a romance comedy, not a rom-com. I'm not going to re-explain what a rom-com is. And mostly this isn't a rom-com, although it does have the exact format, except both of our characters are very likable and very well developed, and they're just really, really funny. It is funny. It's so cleverly written, and you know exactly what is going to happen by the end of the film, which it exactly does. I laughed a lot. I really had a good time because the comedy and the entire cast, especially the supporting cast, was so funny and very fun. And once you have seen Geordie LaForge bubble wrap railing 16 Candles Molly Ringwald as he's reading all of her rainbow, you're never the same after seeing that. So like, I'm just like, Murray, I think you would have liked this movie after seeing it because it has that sexy comedy that you like. There's a little bit of sexy comedy in here, but because it is a romance, it's very romancy though, Murray.
Yeah, I wouldn't have watched it.
There you go. So it's a romance comedy, and definitely in the top 5 romance comedies I think I've ever seen, which makes it a very, very high meh. Almost a light mondo, but mostly because I have psoriasis that I liked it.
There you go.
When it comes to cinemas, in another week or so, I suggest you take your better half or the person that you're trying to bone these days, but not on a first date. This isn't a first date movie. It's definitely a third date movie, because after watching this, you're going to go home and do some laying pipe, or pipe being laid, as they say in the movie. It's very funny, very cleverly written, but it's a romance comedy, so there's always problems, put it that way.
Yeah, One Night Only. I mean, it's one of those movies that. What did you give it?
I gave it a meh.
Oh, okay.
A high meh, because
high
I
meh.
laughed a lot.
High
Like, there was times in this I laughed very, very loudly.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some laughs in this movie. It's there's not much to talk about. I mean, it's just it's a little bit of fluff, And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're going to the movie to be just have a laugh and be entertained, you're not going to learn any life lessons in this movie. You're just going to have a good time. There's a lot of funny. There's definitely a lot of funny. Callum Turner, once again, we're
gonna talk about him soon.
Yeah, he's just a charming fellow, and he has a presence on screen that's hard to look away from.
He's a 7. Let's face it.
There you go. But yeah, no, really, really enjoyable little movie, and yeah, I can't say anything bad about it. But you know, it was fine. I laughed. I had a good time, and it was meh.
I think it's because of the genre. Like, it's just not a genre.
That's the thing. I mean, someday they might release a romance comedy.
Past Lives is the only one.
Yeah, but it wasn't really a comedy. I guess I laughed though.
Yeah, that we were laughing because
true.
there was funny bits.
Maybe.
But it is more of a drama. It leans more towards a drama.
It does lean.
So now, speaking of Callum. We got to see him in Rose of Nevada, Murray. Again, at the Globe. We saw 2 movies at the Globe.
Two new releases at the Globe.
So,
good on you, Globe. Please keep on doing it.
You don't go to old movies.
What's that? Yeah, we don't.
You won't go
Why
to
would
old
we go to old movies?
We've seen
If you
them.
loved them that much, I would see it again.
How do I know I'm not going to love the next new movie, Murray? I've already seen it.
But you want to support the Globe.
But I don't only have so much time in a week unless they explain new stuff.
You should make more time.
I'm not about here.
They showed Alien. You loved Alien.
To the lady,
I hate Alien.
To the lady,
you loved it.
To the lady who I met in line at the concession at the Globe, when I found out that they were playing Commando upstairs, which probably an almost sold out audience.
I'm sure.
And then the movie that I was seeing was like 20 people. I said, why in the hell would I go see Commando in the movie theater?
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense to me. I've already seen it. Probably 4 or 5 times already. And in theaters. So, Rose of Nevada.
Yes.
Imagine this, Murray. It's shot on 16 millimeter.
God.
In 4:3 aspect ratio.
That's horrible.
This film creates an atmosphere before anyone even says a word. Add in a sound mix that's entirely made post-production and a visual style that we just don't see anymore. And you've got a movie that feels like it was pulled from another time or another dimension.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of ghost story, a good old-fashioned seafarer's ghost tale. To be honest, I didn't completely understand what the fuck was going on through the whole movie. Then again, neither did our lead.
No, he's trying to figure it out.
And by the end, that didn't matter.
No.
Just like him, I simply accepted whatever strange journey this film had taken me on. If the sun comes up tomorrow, everything will probably be okay. And I wish I could remember the quote from that movie that was specifically around the sun coming up, because they bring it up a couple of times, and it's part of the theme of the movie.
Yeah.
The cinematography is so rich, it's like delicious pea soup for your senses, thick and textured and impossible to not to get lost in. The whole thing is hypnotic as George McKay's character slowly unravels what he thinks is happening. We gain little pieces of the puzzle along with him. But every time you feel like you're finally getting a handle on things, the movie ends. And somehow that's exactly the point. Just like our lead, we accept that it is what it is and that they'll always be coming back. The style and concept are so original that you can't help but be mesmerized. There's not a lot of traditional character development, but every character is instantly recognizable and fully realized. It's like wandering through a picture postcard of a quaint little fishing village. Sorry, a creepy ass fucking fishing village. Mm-hmm. And yes, it even comes with completely terrifying white-haired witch-like figure lurking around
awesome.
to make sure you're never
Starts
feeling
staring out the
comfortable.
window.
There's like scenes where you're like, okay, you know what I
All of
haven't
a sudden
seen.
the camera goes up and you're like,
There
she's
she
just
is.
watching.
And I'm just like, okay, like I'm watching the movie. I think I'm kind of starting
She's
to
so
make
good.
sense of this. And then all of a sudden she comes flying in.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what is this? What is going on right now?
That's equivalent of the soundtrack going.
It was her spinning around in the highway. This is one of those films that really can't be explained. Like, you can't explain this movie so that people can, like, there is a story, but you can't really explain it unless you can do a better job trying to explain it. This movie is like, just like what's that other movie we talked about already this week? It's a sensory overload, but it's a different kind of sensory, like 16
Her own private
milli-
hell.
Yeah, 16 millimeter is just, and like we got shot on IMAX and we got shot on 16 millimeter in the same week.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening with film these days? This has been the best week for film that since one of the film festivals for us. This is how I felt.
A lot of this week felt like we were at a film festival.
It did feel
which is
like
a
it.
good thing.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Like, and probably because we saw 7 in just over a week. But there's so much good. This movie is Mondo. I can't stop thinking about this movie either. Like, of any movie I'm going to see again, Murray, it would be this one and the other one.
This one,
Any
this
Mondos
one I
this
will.
week.
This one I will watch again. There's no question.
You can't not, because I fully don't understand everything, but I want to
Yeah.
understand more.
Yeah, this is almost like an episode of the Twilight Zone. I think Rod
Yeah.
Serling would have really enjoyed this movie.
I think you're right. That's a good analogy.
It really is. It feels like an episode of the Twilight Zone. It's a mind bender, and just it's so, and you've got these two characters where this all of a sudden they get back from their fishing trip and stuff has changed, and one of them's trying to figure it out and just what is going on, and I need to get back to my family, and the other one's like, you know what,
This life's
I kind of
pretty good.
like this life. I'm just going along with it. This lady seems to be into
That was
me.
Callum.
Yep.
Or Caleb?
That was I think it's Callum. I don't know. And anyways, he's like, yeah, you know what? I don't mess with a good thing. I'm in on this one. Let's just stay here. And the other one's trying to figure out how
Even
to get back
she
home.
knew it wasn't real.
Yeah. And it's just such what a unique, wonderful story. And I don't know what I just watched. I just know that it was kind of amazing. It is, and the soundtrack's bang on. Every time the camera moves, it's like I'm like, wow. It's just like
16 millimeter, man.
this is why we go to the movies, to experience stuff like this. And this week, as you mentioned, this week was so good because we got such different types of movies shot in different styles and just some different everything was so unique this
An
week.
original.
And I'm just like, wow, this was just I've been this movie was so good. It's just so good. Yeah, George McKay's always good. The scene where he falls through the roof is just amazing.
Oh my God, Murray. That one scene you would have loved.
Oh God. Callum Turner, just like every time, he's just a mesmerizing presence on the screen. Everything he's doing is just
Cool.
just cool. He's just cool. It's just he's one of those actors where
He's
you
a
put him in
7.
a movie, he's a total 7. Yeah, love this movie. I think you just got to go see it. You got to go experience for yourself because it's hard to talk about because I don't know what I just watched. That's okay.
You wonder what you watched?
Yeah, I
watched
watched Mondo.
That's what you did.
It's exactly what I watched. Mondo. Keep it coming, Globe. Rose of Nevada and Night Nurse.
In the same week.
Problem
What's that?
is this played at the Globe, which means it's not playing in regular theaters, which means it's probably already finished its theater run.
No,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
his official release was July 10th. So I think the Globe got it like a week late. So
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what
but
I'm
what
saying
Murray's saying is
is
that
you're probably
it's
not gonna
not.
see
No
it.
one else is going to get a chance.
I
to
can't
see
go
some of
tomorrow and see
Yeah.
it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the problem,
Well,
man.
Yeah.
you're in Calgary,
And
though.
I've been working
our,
the last
our
10 days,
podcast
so I missed it.
reaches worldwide, Murray.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so if
Plus,
this movie.
plus, if you didn't see it in the theater, which I absolutely recommend,
Oh, totally.
you still gotta see it, and it will be streaming, obviously.
Yeah. On my 4K TV, this is going to look pretty good.
There you
Shot
go.
in 16 millimeter.
Nice.
Just like when I buy the box set that includes this and the Odyssey in the same box.
Sure.
From 16 to 70. We're going to take you on a journey.
There you go.
All right. The last movie we're going to talk about is the one that I saw by myself, which was actually at the Plaza. So I think we hit every single movie theater chain. Thank you, Murray. I love it when you help me.
I can finish your thoughts.
You can.
sometimes. Even when I'm half asleep.
That's right. So we hit the Plaza. Well, I hit the Plaza with our Hero Balthazar, that's also picking up movies when Cineplex and Landmark doesn't pick it up. We saw a movie at Landmark. We saw most of our movies at Cineplex this week. We got to see the Globe. So we did a full gamut of supporting all of our cinemas. So
Our house cinema.
Can everybody please go out and see some of these movies in theaters? If you're listening to our podcast,
You obviously love
love movies, and you love movies that are not necessary. And it's funny because one of our friends from another podcast who talked about her private hell recently, the Vern, actually said it, and that was the only thing I said to Bryce before we watched that movie, which was it's not a movie that it is an art house movie. Like that
100%.
movie is an art house movie. The fact that it played at Cineplex, kudos to Cineplex for still picking. Like, we don't get some of these movies if Cineplex isn't hanging their balls out there going, I'm going to lose money on this, but at least I get to play some great films. So, as much as we complain about Cineplex a lot because of some of the things they do, if without Cineplex, we're not getting to see.
We're not getting a lot of these.
That's right. So Cineplex, keep doing what you're doing. We no matter what we bitch about, we still love you. Our hero Balthazar. This is a very unique coming-of-age buddy relationship story wrapped in a slice of Americana. In fact, the film itself tells you that only in America could a story like this even exist. Balthazar is a lonely, incredibly wealthy high school student who appears to have the perfect life. In reality, he has no real friends and is obsessed with creating what I'm going to call dark, emotionally manipulative depression porn online, convinced that becoming a hero is the only way to win the affection of a girl that he likes. He stumbles across someone online claiming they're planning a school shooting in Texas and decides he's going to stop it. But not because it's necessarily the right thing to do, but because he thinks it'll finally make him get a handy from the person that he's got all his attention on at the moment. As he digs deeper, he discovers that neither he nor the person he's communicating with is who they claim to be. What unfolds is a cinematic thesis on the erosion of humanity in the age of online identities and social media personas, and how young people struggle to find their place in a world where it's becoming harder and harder to separate reality from performance. At the center of it are two deeply troubled young people whose online masks hide far, far darker truths. Given the wrong circumstances and the wrong opportunities, they're both capable of becoming part of the worst possible outcome imaginable. The direction is gritty and raw and completely unflinching, perfectly matching the emotional state of these characters. I've said this before. Jaden Martell is brilliant in everything he does. This young kid is like my new favorite young actor. As the wealthy and deeply disturbed Balthazar, and Aja Butterfield as the young would-be school shooter once again proves why they're two of the finest young actors working today in the US. Their performances carry the film, even when the subject matter becomes incredibly uncomfortable. And there's a lot of moments where you're uncomfortable in this film. The movie should be a huge surprise to audiences, yet from the very beginning, Balthazar isn't in a healthy headspace. You can feel where this is heading. It's like watching a baby carriage sitting alone on a train tracks with its mom while the 5:15 commuter train gets closer and closer. The entire time I'm thinking, oh my God, somebody save these two souls. Save them from the future, save them from the past, and ultimately from each other. This movie just ends, and the final line of dialogue is absolutely perfect. It's exactly the ending of the story we needed. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to experience this movie for yourselves. The last line in the movie wasn't Mondo, but after it ended, that's exactly what I said out loud.
Mondo.
It was more like that, actually. This movie is like, it's scary because it holds a mirror up to America, like, and Marca, and it's something that you don't want to see, but because of the amount of school shootings that we hear about, like it's and how social media has driven some of the stuff that we get bombarded with, you can see why a lot of countries are actually trying to protect their youth by kind of trying to limit social media and how they interact with it. It's like they released this plague onto the world, and now this is what this movie is. This movie is it's so good. The character development, the character study in this, all the movies that we saw this week that were Mondo, they're also very different and yet also unique. This one in itself is the most character-driven film, and these two are young actors. I just can't say enough about. I freaking love these two. I want to see them go on a road trip together and just like make YouTube clips. I don't know. They're just so good.
Alrighty.
Oh, a week. So how much? Sorry,
Are we done? We get through them all?
Okay, yeah. I just want to recap so everybody knows. We almost all agreed on the Odyssey. I was a little generous. I'm not going to lie. I gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mondos out this week,
Out of
Murray.
7.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Great week.
Yeah.
Think I gave 1.
Oh, you did.
Who even knows anymore? I stopped paying attention.
the universe.
You actually got to start paying attention to stop paying attention, Murray.
That's true.
He's got you there.
It's 7 freaking movies.
That's
3
right.
hours sleep. Give me a break. Yeah. So I wrote this 2 weeks ago, and based on what you guys said, you're probably not gonna like it.
I like everything that you say.
This is sort of about the Odyssey. There were a whole boatload of A-list actors in there. One performance stood out to me among all the others. John Leguizamo as the blind farmer/teacher Eumenes.
He was just as good as everybody else.
To me, he was the rock that Odysseus and his entire family clung to. Like, I don't know where they would have been without him. This is nothing new. Leguizamo has had a long and eclectic career. John Alberto Leguizamo Pelias was born in Colombia, 1960. His parents came to America when he was a child, lived in Queens, New York, not the Bronx, where John went to the prestigious NYU drama program. He actually studied under legendary actor Lee Strasberg for one day.
One day.
I don't think John killed him. John started his career like most actors of color in an episode of Miami Vice. I never saw it, but I'm guessing he played a drug dealer or a gang member. Because it was the 80s.
That was kind of how things were.
It's a minor roles in Casualties of War and Die Hard 2. For his big role as a liquor store thief who shoots Harrison Ford in Regarding Henry. Sensing a pattern here.
Regarding Henry.
Regarding Henry, yeah.
He returned to the stage, winning awards and accolades for his show where he played 7 different characters.
It's a great show.
And a TV show that got him a few Emmy nominations. 1995, he hit it big, playing Luigi in Super Mario Brothers.
That's hitting it big, baby.
I'm
That's
kidding.
big.
That movie sucked.
Whatever. Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo. It was awesome.
Luckily, he also met Baz Luhrmann and starred in Romeo and Juliet. And also...
Wait, have you got to where he played the Pest?
The Pest. You skipped over the Pest.
I don't know what the Pest
The
is.
Pest is the greatest movie.
That was his breakout role,
That was
man.
his breakout
'Cause
role.
I never saw it. I'm talking about stuff I saw.
Oh, okay. There
You
go.
should know that by now. I don't see everything like you guys.
Oh, okay.
And the friendship with Luhrmann actually led to my favorite character of his, Toulouse, in Moulin Rouge. Freaking love that movie. He also was in the comic book movie Spawn.
Oh yeah, he was the clown.
The clown dude.
John also did a lot of voiceover work for animated films, most notably a rat in Dr. Dolittle, and of course Sid in the Ice Age movies. He's done a huge variety of film over the years, always entertaining. Let's not forget his role as the die-hardish bad guy Scrooge in Violent Night, my recent favorite Christmas movie.
Ho ho ho.
He also fixed up John Wick's car in those films. I also loved him in The Menu as a Steven Seagal type actor who deeply offended Ralph Fiennes with his horrible movies and then dies a spectacular death. The Odyssey, I think he knocked it out of the park again. He's also very funny and talented stand-up comic. John Leguizamo, he's one of the good ones.
For people don't realize, John Leguizamo was on our mesmerized list for a very long time until he got knocked
And
off.
The Odyssey, he actually, I don't know what he went through, but apparently whatever procedure or whatever they did to him, he actually was blind. It seems like
That's
because
good.
they would like go off to like craft services for lunch, and like leave him there, and he couldn't see where he was going. so Matt Damon had to come back and get him for food.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, he's.
Sorry, who did you say it was?
I think it was Matt Damon actually.
Sorry,
Came back
did you pronounce that right?
No, Matt Damon.
There you go. Thank you.
So, John Leguizamo, if you want to see his best performance,
It's the Pest.
it's Bob Trevino Likes It.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was great. in
He
that.
was also in that Julie Newmar movie,
Yeah.
which with Patrick Swayze. There you go.
And he was also in Bob Trevino Likes It.
Yeah,
Sure.
He's amazing, except in the Odyssey.
Apparently, you guys think that's what you guys think.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
I liked him better than Matt Damon.
Film's expensive.
Yeah.
You only had a couple of takes first. Oh, my sweet, sweet rage. I got a double banger today, by the way, everybody.
You get two, dude.
It's not very long, so I'm not going to explain myself because we've talked about this before, but my biggest rage this week was fucking watching the new trailer for the Spider-Man movie,
Oh,
which I'm just like, what?
coming
Like,
out this weekend.
Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you just told us the whole movie.
Pretty much.
If I didn't go to
Hey,
the
he
movies,
fights the Hulk.
I would stop. Yeah, I would stop going to the movies after watching the trailer they released 1 week before. Like, what is this incentivizing us? It's like, oh, we
Sorry,
just
he
learned.
fights the Hulk?
Yeah.
Yes.
This
That is-
whole fight scene with Bruce Banner as the Hulk.
I don't pay attention to the trailers.
Yeah, well, I wish I was you.
It's also the Punisher in
You
there.
seem to watch the commercials, but
You love the
refuse
commercials, you just don't
refuse
like
to
the
notice
trailers.
My God,
Yeah.
stop with these fucking 72 trailers. And now I've seen the trailer for Zender's Endgame or whatever the fuck.
Avengers.
Avengers.
They're re-releasing that, which I know you won't go to.
Ram Jam one. It's like, yeah,
Ram Jam?
I don't know. You know what? There's like 8,000 characters.
Hey,
Like, we thought the Odyssey
Dude
had
at
a
the
lot of
shawarma
characters.
place is really looking forward to Doomsday.
He
Yeah.
totally was. You know what? Here's
I don't
the thing.
think Doomsday is going to be chowing
guy-
down with the Avengers at the shawarma place.
The guy in the Northeast at Jerusalem Shawarma is a cool dude. Like, everybody should go to Jerusalem Shawarma. That's what I'm going to say. Jerusalem Shawarma, if you want to sponsor us, we're basically
available.
whores. Okay, so but the most important thing that happened over this
Plus,
last week.
they had pickled turnips this week, which
Yes!
they hadn't had
They
before.
never have pickled turnips. Like, no, this is the greatest week. It's the greatest we
He's
can
like,
film.
did you want some pickled turnips? I'm like, yeah, I want extra pickled turnips, dude.
Yeah.
Just pile them on.
Wait, oh my God. Okay, so, but the more important thing that I wanted to say, and it's not really a rage.
More
it's a bit
important
of
than
a
pickled turnip?
More important than pickled turnips, Bryce, because you can carry your own pickled turnips around in your pocket and just throw them into your shawarma if you had to. But this is a moment in film history that I just can't. I had a raging boner in the movie theater when I got to see Balthazar. Murray, you know our friend Buddy from Sif and Cuff.
Yeah.
And for those of us who know us well, they know who Buddy is.
Front of the line.
And so we're in the movie. This one douchebag comes in like a minute before the movie starts, and there's maybe 15 people in the cinema, and it holds I think 215. Nope, but he went right down near the second row from the front, moved over so he was 2 spaces away from this other lady that was there. So right away you know this guy's a dick when the whole movie theater's empty. And he goes and sits there, and then for the first, I would say, 10 minutes of the movie, he's doing Tommy Texter. Is it Tommy Texter? What's the guy?
Texter.
Sammy Scroller. He was doing Sammy Scroller. And I knew that if Buddy was in the theater, Buddy, my hero, got up in the middle of the movie, went down to him and gave the Buddy speech, which we've seen many times before.
We don't know exactly what he says, but we know it's always effective.
Yes. And the guy turned his phone off. I'm like, yes, Buddy. Fuck this guy. Tell him to get the fuck out of the theater. Quit Sammy scrolling while he's at the front of the fucking cinema.
Nothing wrong with Buddy policing the cinema, man.
Yeah, like
that's Buddy's. That's Buddy's. That's his reason for being.
That's his superhero power.
He's my superhero. And here's what I'm gonna say: if you're gonna sit at the front of the theater, sitting 2 seats away from somebody, go sit at the back where no one can see the Sammy scrolling screen.
There you go.
Buddy, you're my hero.
Is that your double banger, or is that one?
That's it. I had a raging boner for Buddy, and then I was raging about
then.
the stupid trailer.
Right then.
All right, my rage this week is, I mean, you got to space out your movies, obviously, but I don't understand on a Monday night why you're showing movies after 10 o'clock. We've yet to go to a movie after 10 o'clock where it's had any type of crowd whatsoever on a Monday night. Why are we not adjusting it so that you're showing like a 5 o'clock or a 4:30, a 7 o'clock, and a 9:30 at the latest? Like, there's no reason to have something at 10:15 or 11 o'clock on a Monday night. I get it on the weekend, Friday, Saturday. I get maybe you push
it a little bit later.
I get that. But Monday through Thursday, Sunday through Thursday, actually, there's absolutely no reason for it.
Preaching to the choir.
I mean, yeah, maybe I'm getting old. And
you are getting old.
And you know what? And I'm cool if you want to have like some late stuff. Like on a Friday or Saturday night, or on a Saturday night for me, I'd probably go to the occasional 11:30.
I want a Saturday midnight
showing.
movie again.
Yeah, I'd totally
Let's
do
do
that.
it.
But oh man, this 10:15, 10:30 crap on Mondays
for 2.5 hour movies.
For a 2.5 hour movie, it's just insane. Like when I'm getting it at home at like 1:30 in the morning, that's just ridiculous on a weekday. So yeah, I don't understand why you're showing movies so late during the week. That's my rage.
It's a good one.
My local cinema doesn't show movies after 9 because they close
They
their
used
concession at like 7:30.
They've extended it, Murray. They used to not show movies after 7.
Well, they're also busier now too. The weekends, you won't believe how busy they are now.
There you go. Well, that's
it's good. We want them in the theater so they don't close.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Welcome, Ragers, to the Film Rages Totally Retro Nostalgia Recall Flashback. This week, the Magic Bag pulled Merman's choice, the 1999 film American Beauty. Okay, let's hop in the time machine and head back to a simpler era before social media outrage, cancel culture, and before we had to check the internet to see if we were allowed to like a movie. I mean, there's the film, and then there's the main actor, and American Beauty went from Oscar darling to maybe don't bring it up at a party. So, will it still live up to Merman's memory? Murmury, maybe? Maybe a murmury. Or will we discover that the biggest thing aging poorly wasn't the movie itself, but the guy on the poster? Let's find out.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
So, Mur, what made you choose this one?
I don't know. I remember loving it. And I remember the year it came out. It won a lot of Oscars, and I loved that movie. But again, 1999. This week you got one of mine. Again, and not Bryce's, which makes me wonder.
We're gonna get
if
like
his
10
are
Bryce's
actually
in a row.
there at all.
Yeah, I know.
I can't wait.
This is from 1999.
It's going to be so much teen comedies.
Yeah. This movie, 1999, won 5 Oscars, including Kevin Spacey, who unfortunately has had some problems since. But I'm not going to talk about that. He still remains one of my favorite actors.
He's pretty awesome.
Is, of course, American Beauty. Meet Lester Burnham. He's stuck in a dead-end job. His wife and daughter basically hate him. He's not a happy camper. His only pleasure in life is masturbating in the shower.
Whose isn't?
But wait, he meets the young cheerleader friend of his daughter at a basketball game. He's smitten, as the kids say. I know you're thinking a 42-year-old man in love with a high school girl. As I heard from Jim's wife several times when she watched this for the first time with us. Ew and gross. I heard that a lot.
Yeah, she does like to say ooh and gross a lot.
Well, this is not a new concept. There was a little film called Lolita. And some lesser known films called Poison Ivy.
What about Pretty Baby?
With Drew Barrymore and Alyssa Milano. It was the same concept. Beyond that, there's the creepy next door neighbor boy who videotapes everything and sells drugs on the side.
Yeah, Wes Bentley's so good.
He's so
including to our hero Lester. Unfortunately, the kid has a ball buster of a father, a Marine hard ass who really, really doesn't like gay people.
Chris Cooper's so good in
He's
this.
so gay in this, too.
Speaking of ball busters, we have Lester's wife, Carolyn, played to perfection by Annette Bening.
Annette Bening's so good in this.
She
She's so
never
good in
misses
this.
an opportunity to tell poor Lester what a waste of humanity he is. No wonder he resorts to hanging out with teenagers, smoking pot, and working out in the garage so he can look good naked for his teenage sex pot. He also trades in his boring car for a Trans Am because he rules.
That's true.
Look, this film is dark, unpleasant sometimes. It's definitely dated. There are some words that you just can't use anymore. But the effectiveness of the message, it's still there. The world is an ugly place full of horrible people. Sometimes you have to see the beauty of things. 25 years later, this film is still a mondo for me.
Nice. So when I originally saw this, I remember walking out of the theater and going, this could have been an amazing film. I in rewatch, all the same thoughts and feelings of where my thoughts were on this. They were the same things. I had problems with some of the direction in this and some of the acting style. I know it's probably intentional. I get you. There's no spoiling the ending of the film.
No.
There's a lot of conveniences that happen in this
You
film.
can't spoil the ending of the film because he tells you he's dead in his
I know,
narration the
that's-
first 10
that-
seconds of the movie.
Exactly, which I don't like in movies.
He doesn't say who killed him because they.
No, I know, but
tease that a
but I don't like when people do that. To me, that's lazy directing. And then I found it weird that she didn't hate her
fine.
mom; she only hated her dad. And they filled the
didn't like
movie
her
with
mom either.
so much other stuff around the fact that she wants to kill him because he is horny for her friend, and it's actually a smart part of the whole content. I found the direction choppy and the dialogue delivery, like some of the delivery, and I know it had to have been intentional, but I didn't like the delivery of it. Like, nobody talks the way some of these conversations went. The overtness of certain things I felt was too in your face, and then not as natural or as subliminal as it should have been. An example is the cheerleader event, the dialogue at dinner with his daughter and the father. Like, none of the conversation felt like it was real. I didn't feel more for the characters. And how Kevin Spacey introduces himself to Janie's friend. There was just so many parts in this that
I thought
when it
that
came
was-
together.
Okay.
Yeah, go what?
Well, no, I thought the awkwardness of that is, I mean, everything
It
that
didn't
Mendes
feel-
did was intentional,
No,
and it was just, and I thought the awkwardness and the whole, it came across, and it felt natural to me. I'm surprised that
Yeah,
you think that
no.
everything felt so unnatural to
Well,
you.
because I've seen those same things happen in reality, and they didn't look anything like that. So
Alright.
I felt that it was a weak part of the direction or the acting at the time that it was happening.
Weird.
For its time, this was really controversial for its time, showing the complete depravity of America. Well, it's like two movies this week showing the depravity of America. Apparently, all suburbs are fucked up. Chris Cooper by far is the best performance in my opinion, hands down.
I thought everybody
Followed
was good in
closely by Wes Bentley. Like Wes Bentley
was really good.
was
in
so
this, yeah.
freaking good. And then Allison Janney. Like the cast in this
Oh, Allison Janney
is so
fantastic.
stellar.
Yeah.
It does still have one of the greatest movie lines ever. Maria, what's the movie line again?
I rule.
There you go. Ever. And my other favorite line in this was that at least I'm not ugly. Those two lines alone is worth seeing this. This was a high man for me. It was a high man when I saw it originally. I'm not changing my rating. I didn't like it anymore or any worse. I had problems with some of the directions, so it is.
All right, I had no problems with any of the direction. I think the performances are all spot on. I think the dialogue it seems natural to me. I'm actually confused by that with you. When I first watched this all those years ago, I know that I went out of the theater, and at that time this was a different type of movie, and we hadn't. I mean, we'd seen stuff like it before, but never anything quite like it. And I had no. I don't think it's lazy. Him having the narration. It is what it is. It's not my favorite device. I will say that, having someone that's dead narrating the movie. It's not something that I would choose. But it didn't wreck it for me at all in any way. It's a really, really well acted, a really, really interesting story. The way that it fleshes out is I think is great. I don't think that you really know what's going to happen until it happens. I still love it. It was Mondo back then. It's still Mondo.
Nice. See, another time you two agree.
Yeah, don't bring up.
It happens more than
No,
you
doesn't.
like
You always
to.
say that, but we do is agree, Murray.
It's not
Just for
true.
different reasons.
Different
That's the
reasons.
thing.
Yeah, you remember the fact that I thought it was something for a certain reason, and that I didn't like one little part of it, and you'll focus on that one little part and like, oh, we don't agree at all, when we actually
Totally agree.
totally agreed.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out if you agree next week.
Another one of Jim's.
You know what? I don't know. Like, I don't know why I can't find Bryce's. Like,
I don't
what
think they're in
size
there.
is your?
I don't think they're in there.
What size is your thing? Oh, is this?
You
a
just asked
Bryce?
what size this thing was.
Yeah, his paper thing.
Paper
What'd you
thing.
think? I was Tequila Sunrise. Whose is this?
That is not mine.
That's mine again.
Oh, there you go.
probably.
We're doing Murray.
See, there's no Bryce's in there.
There's no Bryce's in the back. Okay, here's what I'm gonna suggest.
Kurt Russell,
I
Mel
kinda-
Gibson, I
I
think.
kind of
Michelle
want.
Pfeiffer.
I have a spinner that I can put on my iPad. If I take all those movies
Yeah.
and put it on a spinner, I think that might be a better idea. What do you
Yeah.
think, guys?
Yeah.
I guess
sure.
it's because mine are so small.
Yeah.
Because
your
mine are
thing-
on the little tiny
So your
pieces.
thing is really
Well, mine
small,
was-
is
mine
what
was
you're
that-
saying.
Yeah, your thing is small.
Yeah, I got my. So if you want to choose one of mine, which I don't
No,
recommend,
it's
you're
too
supposed to
late.
be random.
We're taking this now. Okay.
No, I know that.
I'm taking this home and I'm putting them on a spinner,
trying
and
to
then
looking at
it's
what
gonna
I've
be
chosen. I got some
it's gonna
good
be
stuff
so
in here.
completely random. I'm gonna put
I
this
think
on a
so, too.
spinner.
I can't wait for one of them. One of them I didn't realize. One I pulled out. Man, I can't believe that's in there.
You know what?
I love that movie.
I can't wait till next
Well,
time we pull it.
one of mine, I recorded on TV, and I'm waiting to watch it again once you guys. Pull it.
Hey, I did that too.
Well, so we're gonna have a movie fest and a video game play
Sure.
experience.
There we go.
One night sounds
Tequila Sunrise.
awesome.
The lovely Michelle Pfeiffer.
All right.
I don't-
Whoa.
I remember hating this movie.
Yeah,
Well,
me
you
too.
probably did.
Probably.
I happen to like it.
All right. Well, we're going to be finding out. Thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the extended Film Rage family you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey from The Nerdy Photographer for the voice of Rager Dare, our God of Rage, and the voice of Film Rage's totally retro nostalgia recall flashback. Find The Nerdy Photographer wherever you stream this podcast. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage, filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We're always going to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, subscribe, send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage. But no matter what you do, please, 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 pretty please, 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 make us rage. That's it for this week. Rage on!
Rage on.
The longest episode ever!
2 hours.